Alright, welcome finally to the Spirit Temple. I know it looks a little bit unusual seeing me enter a dungeon, well, with the name of temple as Young Link, but that is the interesting thing about the Spirit Temple in comparison to the rest of them. This is the only temple where you will have to be in both child form and adult form in order to complete. As soon as you enter, you'll see this nice Gerudo chick right here named Nabooru, and she's trying to sneak into here, but she can't seem to get through this hole, apparently. So she basically, well, you can talk to her, and you have to pick the third option for her to say, okay, how about you help me out and mess up Ganondorf's plans throughout this temple. Just because if you pick the other ones, then she'll just say, you're a kid, what are you doing here? Or like, I don't know of any sages or anything like that. Go home, I guess. So, and of course, well, she makes fun of your name too, because everyone in this game does that. Now, she's going to tell you that the treasure are the Silver Gauntlets, and what they do is they help you to lift very, very heavy objects. So, and of course, she said, don't even think about keeping these for yourself. You just promised me. I didn't say anything. Link doesn't talk, but okay, if you say so. So, right after that, she's going to say, hey, if you do this, then I'll do something great for you. Alright, so after that, now we can finally go ahead and crawl through this hole here. And it's also worth mentioning that only Young Link can crawl through holes, and that Adult Link can't. Oh, and be sure to equip your Hylian shield too, because you don't want to lose it to these fire keys. Or if you're a little daring, you want to play shieldless, then be my guest. I just don't like to play shieldless. Alright, so I just killed them both right there. I got hit, but that's okay, because, well, I have my Hylian shield equipped. There are two keys right here on this far wall. Go ahead and use your slingshot to shoot them. That's really all there is to it. And there is an Armo statue in the center of the room, so do watch out for him as well. It is alive, so be sure to equip bombs or bomb shoes to destroy it. Doesn't really matter. Another trick of, oh, there you go. Another trick of actually getting bomb shoes to detonate whenever you want. If you throw a Deku Nut down, then a bomb shoe will explode. Well, as long as it's close enough, of course. So that's a pretty cool trick that not a lot of people know. So there you go. Now after that, you can go through either the left door or the right door. Doesn't really matter, I don't think. I always just go through the left door. And then there's a Stalfos fight. Yes, Stalfos as Young Link. This is, weren't quite ready for this, and it's a little bit difficult. Ow, because the Kokiri sword just really does not do all that much damage. However, one nice thing about this is you can use the Fairy Boomerang or you can use Deku Nuts to paralyze his weak spot. So, his unprotected backside, as you can see. I just prefer to use the boomerang just so that I don't have to go through my menu anymore. Just because I always try and keep the Fairy Boomerang equipped all the time. And there you go. Bunch of jump attacks should take care of him, so no need to worry about that. Now there is a green bubble right here, so just you can paralyze it with the boomerang and then, with the boomerang and then just use the slingshot to hit it. Or if it's close enough, one sword slash will take care of it. Now right here you have to throw the boomerang and then like walk to the right a bit to make it actually go to the right because it might not like hit it. It's a little bit weird to do that. There aren't too many instances where you do that in the normal game, but there are quite a bit in the Master Quest, which I probably won't be covering. In that chest is a blue rupee or a shield if you lost your Deku shield. Now in here there is a new enemy called an Anubis, and all it says is that it's vulnerable to fire. So as you can see, it mirrors your moves and it attacks whenever I attack. So don't use a sword by accident. You want to pick up these jars and break them. Also, you want to act quick so that spike trap doesn't get you, and it's fine. Alright, so if you use items such as the boomerang or the slingshot, then it can't mimic that. It just mimics your attack. And it breathes fire. It breathes fire and it's vulnerable to fire. That makes perfect sense. But nonetheless, it's dead. Just shoot the crystal switch with your slingshot and then make sure the Anubis walks into the fire, and then you'll be okay. It drops red rupees, though, which is pretty nice. But then again, rupees don't really matter at this point of the game, so really, who cares? You come in here, Navi will immediately interrupt you, saying, watch out for wall masters. So, that's no good. Now in here, there are a bunch of keys to kill. Go ahead and kill the keys. I wanted to use the sword for some reason, I don't know why. There's a silver rupee puzzle in here, and there's a golden skulltula, but I wanted to take out the wall master first. So there you go. Two jump attacks with the Kokiri sword probably would have killed it, but then again, young Link has the same sword the entire game. Now watch out, there is a Golden Skulltula right here, and it can hurt you even on this side of the wall. So once you collect this rupee, shimmy to the right a bit, and then you can drop down if you don't want to take damage. So collect these silver rupees right here, and then, oh my word, all these keys, right? Be sure to watch out for them. So this right here is the last silver rupee, and then this little on a bridge falls, this graded bridge. These are big enough to catch Link's feet into, and like, I don't know, maybe he'd lose his boot or something, but doesn't really matter. Oh yeah, and if you walk far enough away, the keys will just kind of sit back on the wall where they were before. And I was having a lot of trouble trying to snipe these things. There we go. Hitboxes in the original Nintendo 64 version are kind of unpredictable and weird, but that's alright, no matter. Go ahead and kill the Golden Skulltula, and, well, if you can aim the boomerang, or if you don't want to, just Z-target it, and then there you go. It's mine. Now you'll see there are 2 unlit torches here. You can use Din's Fire, or, well, the Deku Stick here, if you don't want to consume any magic. There's a torch right over here, but I'll assume that most people here just use Din's Fire just because it's a lot faster. But if you want to preserve magic, then you can just use a Deku Stick. And be sure to slash your sword out with B to conserve the Deku Stick so it doesn't burn up. But then again, there really aren't all that many puzzles or instances where you'll need Deku Sticks anymore, so really it does not matter. In that chest is a small key, which I'll need later, of course. Why else would I get a key? So now after that, we can continue on, and those rooms just loop around and they end up here. I don't have the dungeon map yet, which makes things a little bit more challenging, so that's a bit annoying, but don't worry, I'll get it pretty soon. In this room, you have 2 boxes that aren't needed for anything, so you can break them for items if you want to, but just pass through the next door and then go ahead. I often wonder why they even bothered to make that 2 rooms, just because that's so small. They totally could have fit all this in here too. Kill these Skulltulas here on this climbable brick wall, and then, well, collect whatever they drop. And then behind me, there is a Golden Skulltula, so be sure to get it using either the slingshot or the boomerang. So, now that it's here, let me just use the boomerang. I was way off. Whatever, I'll just use the slingshot. Alright, I'm a little bit too far back than I normally would like to be, so go ahead and just cancel out and step forward. Alright, in this room, enemy-wise, there are 2 Skulltulas and there's a Lizalfos, so it should be much easier now that I have the fairy boomerang. I almost said the Gale boomerang. This is not Twilight Princess. Now that you have the fairy boomerang, you can just paralyze them at ease, or with ease, I should say. And then go ahead and just kill these Skulltulas using either slingshot or boomerang. Now there's a sun face right here, and as you can see, its eyes are closed and it appears to be sleeping. And it looks like there's a hole in the wall right here, so this seems a little suspicious. Now this is interactable, but I was trying to get to the spot where it was. It says, show me the light. So we have to shine light on this somehow. You can see there's a bombable wall right here, and then you can just Z-target it, and then use a bomb chew to time the bomb, and then it will explode upon contact. So now the sun is shining, it's smiling, and then the door will open. And then you shoot that crystal switch, and there's a treasure chest right here. So this one right here, I really don't remember what it has. Some bomb chews, okay. I guess in case you need them to actually complete the puzzle. And then this one right here just has a blue rupee / shield in case you lose it again. Oh, and there's another Lizalfos that I didn't bother fighting because who cares. Okay, right here there is a fake Arma statue. It doesn't come to life, so you're safe. Just push it off the edge onto this blue switch, and then the door above me opens. But before I do that, there is something for me to get in here. Allow me just to equip Din's Fire. As you can see, there's a pedestal and 2 unlit torches, so why don't we go ahead and light them and see what happens, right? There's a chest, and I was right on top of it. I really like doing that, by the way. Alright, so let's go ahead and step down and then open up this chest. I'm sure you're wondering when I would be getting the dungeon map, so here it is. So now we have at least a layout, but no arrows for direction or treasure chest markings, which is a bit unfortunate for now, but no worries. In due time, we'll be sure to get them. Alright, so you can climb back up and then climb up the stairs. These stairs are a bit steep, so Link walks kind of slowly up them. Alright, And I've always liked these writings on the wall here. Now over there's a Golden Skulltula, but of course I can't get to it yet. You need the Scarecrow's Song and the long shot to get over there, so, you know, can't do that yet. Now in this room, there's really nothing, just some stairs just to the next door. Again, it just seems like an unnecessary room in my opinion. I don't know why they did that. Alright, in this room, there are quite a few puzzles. We have BMOS, we have spike traps, we have unlit torches, and we have pushable blocks. But these blocks have sun faces on them, or at least one of them does. We haven't seen them yet, but I'll be sure to show them off. Oh, and we have a rupee puzzle, so there's quite a lot going on in this room. Order of puzzles does not matter. What matters is if you complete them or not. And these walls are a bit too high for us to climb, so you need to get to the low points in order to actually climb them. Alright, so we have some pushable blocks. You may need to push and move them, so be sure to do that. Alright. Now, it must be really loud and irritating here just listening to all the spike traps. So, not really anything I can do about that, so my apologies. And I'll just move this one out of the way so that you can access the sun one, because of course, like we said, you need the sun one to... Ooh, that was lucky. You need the sun one to shine in that light. If you can't make that jump, you can just climb the short spot right there. Alright, after collecting the silver rupees, you have to... Oh, actually, it does matter. The silver rupee puzzle needs to be done either first or second, because the torch is lit. Now that the torch is lit, we can go ahead and... Well, we can light them now, but I'm just going to do the sun face block puzzle first, just because it's right here. And now Link moves blocks pretty slowly, so I mean, didn't really much to say. I probably should have sped this up, but no matter, I'm almost done. I also take this time to talk about the Spirit Temple. I really like the Spirit Temple in the original game. The Spirit Temple on Master Quest, I'm not so much a fan of, but in the original game, I like it a lot. Alright, watch out for the spike trap. I got hit. And then you can kill the BMOS if just so, you know, it's a little bit safer in this room. But there's not really anything you can do about the spike traps, so I'm sorry for that. I think if you place a bomb next to it, the spike traps can hit it, but it's only for a short amount of time, so it's not really worth it. Go ahead and light your Deku stick on this torch, and then go ahead and light all these torches. I don't know if you can use Din's Fire. I think it's a little slower because of the cutscenes, and Link's kind of slow in them, so it doesn't matter. So Deku sticks are probably your best option. Now that all the torches are lit, a treasure chest will appear, and I believe this chest has a small key, so it is required for this temple. So, okay, I can't stay on the wall very well. But, yeah, no getting out of this one, I suppose. So, be sure to get this chest. Now that we have the small key, all the puzzles are finally complete. This is probably my least favorite room, one we just did, just because it kind of takes a while. And there really is no way to speedrun it, just because nothing you can do. Above the door right here, there's another Golden Skulltula, so be sure to just use your boomerang and your slingshot or whatever to get it, and then, yeah, you know how to get them at this point. 2 jars here on the sides. For me, they had hearts, but if you're full on health, they'll probably have rupees. Or, I don't know if they have Deku seeds, probably not. Okay, now in this room... This is going to be a tough one. This is sort of the mini-boss, and this right here is an Iron Knuckle. Now, Iron Knuckles are very, very dangerous enemies, at least for young Link, that is, because young Link does not have a very good sword, and young Link cannot backflip away all that easily. Now, you cannot paralyze them with the boomerang. You're going to have to quickly, perform some jump attacks and then quickly back away. Although, if you want to play it on the safe side, you can use bombs and bomb chews to damage it, but I like to be cool and just do it the old, the MLG way, I suppose. Which is just, risking my life here. Oh, and yes, 1 hit will deal 4 hearts of damage. Oh, I guess 3 hearts of damage. I guess I was missing one that one time. But they do a lot of damage, so if you want to recover, you can make him break one of these pillars here, and then you can quickly grab these hearts. Grabbing these hearts, honestly, is probably the bigger challenge. You see that? I just got hit again. Yeah, sometimes it does 4, sometimes it does 3. I guess it's depending on where you are standing, so I don't really know. But as you can see here, you can use bombs, and then once it's center armor core comes falling off, what's interesting is you can slash it, and if it's in the middle of a swing, then he will cancel the swing because you hit him. So once his belly armor off, I don't know what you call that piece, but once that is off, you can just repeatedly jitter the B button and slash him away, and then you should not get hurt. So after he dies, he'll drop 3 hearts or 3 rupees if you're at full health, so be sure to pick those up if you want. And then out here, you can go ahead and, well, we're outside, and look at that. It's Kapora Gabora. Thought we haven't seen enough of him, huh? You've had enough of him at this point in the game. I did too, my first playthrough. But don't worry, this is the last time in this game you'll see him. Yeah, come Majora's Mask, you'll see him again. Okay, so he'll say I fully matured as an adult because I just defeated that brutally evil monster of an Iron Knuckle. So, yeah, the Iron Knuckle might suck the life out of you the first time you play this game. But don't worry about that. He's gonna, you know, really say nothing just because we've experienced our adventure in this game, so no need to listen to him. You can't anyway because it's text and not dialogue, which, you know, makes Zelda games. Alright, up here there's a big chest, which can only mean something good, right? It's the Silver Gauntlets, all the way up here. So yeah, Nabooru really made us go through quite trials and tribulations just to get them. So you can't equip them, of course, they won't fit a kid, and we promised to give them to Nabooru, so we gotta keep our word. Well, things aren't looking too good for Nabooru now, are they? As soon as you regain control, you can just jump down here, and if you haven't, plant the magic bean and put bugs in that soil spot. Once you have, I'm going to go ahead and warp to the Temple of Time, just by playing the Prelude of Light, of course, because now we are done with the child portion of the Spirit Temple, and now it is time to prepare for the adult portion. Alright, so just going to warp to the Temple of Time, and then get the Master Sword, and then make my way back over here to the desert. Alright, finally back in the desert. There are actually a couple things to do before going into the Spirit Temple as Adult Link. Boy, I'll be covering that in the next video, by the way. But there are a couple collectibles out here to get. There are 2 Golden Skulltulas, ow, and 1 piece of heart. So, in order for me to collect them, it needs to be nighttime. Actually, wait, did I get the Golden Skulltula by that little oasis already? I cannot remember. I'm playing through another file alongside this one, so my memory is a bit not good in terms of that. So you can ride this magic bean all the way over to here, and then go ahead and just actually got hurt. Crouch stab it, I guess. There, that'll kill it. There you go, Golden Skulltula destroyed, and now I'm at 96. There are 4 more Golden Skulltulas in the entire game. And there's one I think I actually missed in Kakariko Village, so when I finish the Spirit Temple, I'll be going back for that. So, my bad, me forgetting things. Oh, not that hard, actually. Come on. Oh, my word, there. Alright. Speaking of hearts, it won't matter because I can fill up my health right here. I'm going to go do that just by riding the magic bean again, and you may or may not have noticed on top of this little this formation of rocks here, there is a piece of heart. So, and I was right about collecting the other Skulltula by the Oasis. Alright, so there is a piece of heart right up here. Be sure to walk off rather early so you don't miss it. And there you go. That is all 36 pieces of heart in this game. And I am done with that right now, so join me in the next video where I will be covering the Adult Link portion of the Spirit Temple.